Hi, I'm Olusegun. I'll be showing you through how to prepare for behavioral interviews, the strategies for success. And yeah, we'll move along. So, for behavioral interviews, um, these are the things to take notes. They are focused on your past experience to predict future behavior in workplace. That's the first thing. And then what some of the main purposes is to assess your skills, your competence, and your cultural fit within the organization. So usually they always like your answers to be in a structural format, and which we call the STAR method. So this is the situation, task, action, and result. So you'll be seeing some examples regarding that um, as we go along in the video. And then also, employers believe past behavior is a good indicator of future performance. So that's the reason why this method of interview is always used, to be able to assess your capabilities. And then, what are the strategies to use, which we're going to be looking at in this video, is research. So thoroughly research the company, its values, most importantly, and then the job description. So before I move ahead, I would like to say that while you're applying for the job, so at this stage, you've gotten um, a feedback saying your application was successful and you have been invited for an interview, right? So, but let me move back a bit. While you're applying for the job, it is important that for every job you apply for, um, you tailor your CV for it, you know, and you save that CV. So this is what I do. Every job I apply for, I save the CV I used, and then I also save the job description. Very important because this will be useful when or if you get to the interview stage. How would you, remember what the interview will look like, or how would you know, how the interview would look like is in the job description. So, and if you did not save it, where would you get it from? Sometimes, most of the time, by the time you are being invited for interview, um, the job is removed online, from wherever it's being posted. So, how do you have access to the job description? So, it's always best to save it somewhere. And I always use Notion most of the time for archiving, important information. You can look that up. So then the other thing you need to take note is the STAR method, which was mentioned earlier. Then relevance, tailor your responses, very important. Tailor your responses to the job requirement. You cannot be applying for a data analyst and most of your um, scenario answers are maybe say project manager answers. You have to tailor your answers to the job requirement, what you are applying for. Then practice, very important, and be concise. Don't beat around the bush. Go straight to the point using the STAR approach. Now, so that's that for the information part. Now let's go straight to demonstration. So I'll be using this job as an example in this case. So this is a graduate data scientist job at BMT. So the first thing I would do is to, so at this stage I've been invited for interview, right? So the first thing I would do is to create a folder. I'm going to have a folder, and then in this folder I'm going to create a couple of text files. So I'll just go to new here and create text file. So the first text file will be called job description. Now in this text file, I'm going to copy and paste what I have here up until I might exclude benefits because it might not be that necessary. So I'll copy this, open the text file, and then maybe at the um, top, just put BMT, which is the name of the company. It will be useful for the AI we are going to be, using to do this. Now, yes, save this. Then you can close it. Fine. So then the second thing you'll be needing is your research about the company. So go to the company website. What are the things you can gather, right? And two major things that you should be able to gather is the company's vision, mission, or purpose, and also their values, right? Those are the two important things. I'll create another text file and say about company. Sorry, about company. I can just put the name of the company, BMT. Yeah. Then in that text file, I'm going to, put the relevant information. So for example, I'm going to do this, copy this here, paste in the text file, then go to the values also. I'll copy this here. I'll put this here first, and then these are actually the main thing you need to have on that text file. Those values, the key points. So I've put that there, right? Then you save it. You can close that also. Now, the last thing you'll be needing is your profile. So you don't need to dump the whole of the, should I say, your CV. So what you just need is the objective and then the experience, because this is where the AI will be tailoring your responses, and give examples like, oh, when I was working at ABC company, this was what happened. When I was working at XYZ Research Institute, this was what happened. So that is why you need your experience. So basically, I'll copy all this and put and create another text file called my CV. My CV. Then I can just put something also, profile, something like that. Then paste that there and then save it. Also close. Now, there could be a fourth attachment. Now, this fourth attachment can be maybe you've been sent an email and then you were given like area of concentration or focus area. You can copy that focus area and make it a fourth text file. But in this case, let's just work with these three. Now, this is the where it gets should I say juicy. Now, there's this AI called Cloud. So I would just show you on Google, or I'll attach the link to that AI, to the bottom of this video so that you can go directly to it, create, create an account, and then move on with your um, interview preparation. So I've created a custom prompt on that AI saying, I would appreciate your assistance in generating 10 interview questions and their corresponding responses using STAR approach. These questions will aid in my preparation for upcoming behavioral interview. Now, please refer to the attached document for tailored response. So we are going to attach those three text files we created. I'm going to do that now. Then you click on open. So those three text files will be there, and the next thing you just do is click enter. So you can see it generating the questions and using the star approach, and then also specifying it or tailoring your response to the company you have worked with and the task you have been given. So it's going to do this for 10 questions and answers, right? I'll wait for that to be done. Okay, so as you can see, the 10 questions and answers have been generated. I mean, this is awesome already. So what I would do is, well, this is where a very good familiarity with Notion will be important, because what I could just do is create a new page. So you could refer to YouTube videos to learn more on how to use Notion. So I'll just create a new page and call it scenario um, questions. Then on that new page, create a toggle list. So I can call this scenario 1. And then under that toggle list, or rather before creating, I can duplicate. Sorry, duplicate. So let's just have, let me have 4 just in case. So in the first one, I put this, I put the answer, this answer there that I've just gotten. So I keep that. Then, so the beauty of this AI now is that I can tell it that, okay, now you have generated questions I want. I can now do something like, can you generate another 10, another 10, but this time, or let me just say another 10 questions and answers in star format, but this time focus on the job description. So this is a way you can generate more questions for yourself to prepare for. Now, the reason for this is that you will need a lot of questions to prepare for your interview. And the idea behind it is not for you to cram these answers. The idea behind it is so that you can you can understand the way to structure your answers effectively. So maybe you actually have these scenarios in your head that you want to say during your interview. By the time you've read up to 40 of these answers, you can have a very good idea on how to structure your answers and how to put your words together. That's the beauty of this. So by the time you're able to master about 40 of these questions and answer, I'm telling you, you'll be able to answer your questions more effectively. So now we are done with the next 10 questions on this. I can copy that and then paste it in the second scenario part of my Notion. Now, another beautiful thing with Notion is that you have an app on phone, right? So what I actually do is that when I put all this together, I actually have a tab. I have the app on my tab. So that is where I prepare from. So I could be anywhere. I could be waiting in the lounge somewhere, and I'm actually preparing for an interview that I have maybe next week. So I'm preparing on the go. So that's another beautiful thing with Notion. So let's create the third set of scenario questions. So I can go back again and say, can you generate another 10 questions, but this time focus on the company company values in the attachment. So it's going to do that also. So now we are done with the third set of 10 questions. Another thing I forgot to mention, is that oftentimes you might be preparing for behavioral interviews, and one of the major concerns or issues you might be facing is lack of questions to practice with. This has been solved here. So imagine you having 30 questions to prepare with, and not just 30 questions that are tailored to the job you're applying for, that are tailored to the company you're applying to, that is tailored to the job description of the job you're applying to. I mean, that's a whole lot, is on another stage. So imagine a question like this: how have you demonstrated being, or no, let's look at this. Yes, innovation is a core company value. Tell me about a time when you came up with an innovative approach to solve a problem. This is very specific to the company value, and there's no way you would give an answer to this. Usually, you might not even use the answer that the AI is generating, but the mere fact that you have an idea of the question that can be asked and you're already creating those scenarios in your head and you know the structure and the approach to go about it, I mean, that's a lot already. You've gone a whole long way in preparing for this. So, that's the advantage of using this AI, and this is the structured way to be able to maximize your preparation. So I'll just copy this and put it on the third part, right? So apparently we don't need this last one, so I can just delete it. So this is how you prepare for your behavioral interviews, and then you can just keep chatting with the AI till maybe you run out of the free chat you have. Then you can do it in the next 2 hours or something. So that's that, and thank you for watching my video.